Checking in with Before They Are Hanged by Joe Abercrombie, #2 in the First Law series. This is, yes, did I say that already? Chapters 32 to 39. Well, let's go through the storylines. Here, we'll start off with the concluding one, which is Sandan Glockdar, who he is stuck in this place, this town, spice town, that is surrounded by the Gurkish, and they are stoning the hell out of this place. They are busting through. They're doing the Gurkish are just hammering away at them, but they're really making them pay for it. They had to fill up a moat, and they killed people, and they sortied out and kind of try and cleared. Finally, that fell. They got through the things. They finally did get into the city, but they retreated to kind of the upper part, but still have, I guess, access to the docks. At which point he gets a message of like, okay, you can, from the Archlector Salt, saying, "I'm summoning you home." And it's just like, yeah, the people there are just like, the soldiers just like really pissed. It's like, yeah, so you're just going to leave us to die. It's like, yeah, well, I've been ordered back, so what can I do? He does actually tell the kind of the actual natives there guy representative. It's like, you should probably try and, you know, surrender as soon as possible. Maybe you can get some terms. Maybe, you can get something out of it. Maybe survive. Maybe, depending on the mercy of the emperor of the collectors, is just not really a great place to be. But that's what they got. The one who was spying on him that he made a deal with is like, you need to let me. You got to take me with you. And it's like, why do I have to do that? It's like, we had a deal. Yes, I guess we did. And it's like, but he actually does bring her back with him. They arrive back, and he fully expects to die. That, like, well, I lost the city. That he's probably going to kill me. He stops off though first because he's made a promise to West to take care of his sister Artie, which he didn't think about at all, well, because he was kind of busy through all this. But it's like, okay, goes to Artie's, and it's like the whole place has been cleared out, and Artie is like there just basically with the clothes on her back, and that's it. Severely pissed because it turned out her father had a ton of debt, and moneylender came, took everything, threatened her. It's like, it's going to come back for more, and and he's like, I'll take care of this. And so he figures his last good deed. He gets his one of his proctors, Frost, to like, go find this guy and hurt him a bit, and let him know that if he doesn't return every single thing, you will take him apart. And that's what I want you to do, is just take him completely apart if that's not the case. Then he goes to the Archlector, fully expecting to die, but it turns out the Archlector is super thrilled with him, because you not only did you figure out who the traitors were and the Death Eater thing, but you broke the spice trade. So that was great. You humiliated that power block that is on the council. And he said, like, and the guy who was the spice trader's like, oh, he won't be able to hold it more than a week. And it's like, you guys, you held it for 2 months. You completely humiliated him. They've given us more powers. It's just awesome. And we've gotten all these great reports from my spy, who's sitting outside, fully expecting him to be dead now. But it's like awesome. And that's great. Oh, and that crown prince, the complete foppish idiot who couldn't apparently keep his dick in his pants, has been killed at the great massacre up the thing, because they were going to give him glory by sending him off somewhere where there wasn't going to be anything happening, but it turned out to be the center of everything happening. It's not a big deal because like all we lost was, some of the horrible recruits that the Lord scraped up as the bare minimum. So we don't really care one way or the other. And he goes back to Artie, and it's like, it's like, oh well, things are going well. It's like, oh, you didn't hear though, is that my brother was with Prince Ravislosh or whatever the hell his name was, so he's dead. And he's like, fuck, he's dead. And he seems to be actually not. He seems to be actually kind of not happy with that. It's like, fuck, he's dead. Meanwhile, Logan Ninefingers and Pharaoh and Baylor, they've gone into this city of the dead because it's the way that they can probably cross the river. Is there's this amazing bridge there, because they want to get the seed, this thing that will destroy everything. And indeed, it will destroy everything like it's destroyed this city, which was the heart of the stuff. And apparently what it is it's a rock, basically pure magic from the other side. And it's super deadly, and the only way you can kind of use it is someone with demon blood. But the thing is, it's super, super deadly. Like the guy who found it, he was a withered corpse in a while. People around him all died pretty quickly. It's like, that's why there's a casket for it, to go in. It's a very, very deadly weapon. Like almost kind of like nuclear in a way. But they're going through this dead city, and they find out, crap, there's flatheads there. These apparently kind of ape-like created creatures, which there's just more and more pouring across the thing, and it's like, it's probably the prophet sending these creatures which eat dead people. And apparently in this dead land, nothing decomposes, so they're just eating the corpses. Like, they could be ancient corpses, but they're still around. And they get attacked by them. Ninefingers and Pharaoh fall into a crevice. They have an amazing fight where the Bloody Nine emerges. His kind of alter ego, kind of psychopath, just super killing machine self merges. He kills and kills and kills and kills, and Pharaoh helps kill, but she also keeps herself out of the way while he's the Bloody Nine, because he kills everything. He kills everything and anyone in this state. But they get it through. And then Pharaoh's like, Logan's like, thanks her and says, like, you're all right. And she's like, do you want to fuck? It's like and thus they have sex, which I love that Logan, his first time after a very, very long time, he kind of goes quickly. But then they go at it. He braves it. They go at it again, and the next morning they're just really like, oh God, why did I do that? That was a mistake. That was terrible. And she wakes up kind of in fighting mode and elbows him in the face, and he stomps out. And they're basically kind of on the outs. And when they get back, it's like, what happened to you guys? And it's like, we're not gonna talk. We don't want to talk about it. But they've still got more to go. But the thing, they're already talking about, like, well, we'll just make a raft and take that down to the thing going back, because there's no way we're coming back this way. It's just too fucked up, too dangerous. So that's what's happening with them. Oh man, what is actually happening with West and Dogman, and that is they spot some scouts, 12 scouts. It's like, well, we have to get them. And, reminds West, we can also maybe get you a coat, since you gave your coat to the fucking prince, who's still a complete prick. And we can get weapons and stuff, so we're going to attack them. It's like, okay, well, bet we need to leave the prince here, because he's like, it'd be like fighting with a sack over your head. You can't take him with you. It's like, okay, we'll leave him and the girl. She can maybe make sure that he doesn't get himself killed. So they do it. West actually survives. he even kills a couple of guys. You know, he does his stuff, and he gets into a bit of a rage actually. Um, that's the one gift that the dog thing get the not dog man. Um, oh, the big loomy guy. I can't remember his name. Well, they're all big loomy guys, but he whacks him and he pisses him off, and he in that kind of anger he then attacks, and that powers him through, because I mean he's so exhausted and frozen that he needs basically that adrenaline rush to get himself into the battle, and you know, he gets called Fury. Is it Fury? Rager or Fury? Fury. And he's coming back and he hears a woman scream. He hears a woman scream. It's like, oh fuck, they got it. They got it, Jenai, and is it Jenai? I can't remember what her name is. Her and the prince. And he rushes back, and yeah, she's pinned down by some guy, and it's the fucking prince trying to rape her or raping her. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you'd be longer. And West, you know, he's not in a rage. It's not like he didn't know what he was doing. He just lunges forward, shoves him right off a cliff. Dead prince. And it's just like, and I think, you know, one of the Northmen comes up beside him, looks over and says, I'm beginning to like you. So he just killed the crown prince. But I think that can pretty easily get swept under the rug, and I don't think anyone's going to particularly say anything about it. Oh man. So I think I did that in about reverse order there, but that is what has happened in these chapters of before they are hanged by Joe Abercrombie. I'm quite enjoying the book so far, which is good, because I think we're well over halfway, but they are chugging along. I still always have trouble kind of holding on what Baylor is getting his folks to do. Basically, they're getting a super weapon, and I mean, I guess that's going to be used against the Gurkish, to, like, you could lay waste to their entire, you know, capital empire city, destroy them all. That would be a really stunning thing. And I mean, I guess that would also take care of maybe some of the mystical, magical, you know, these dead eaters, not the flatheads, but the dead eaters, who are, you know, that one that Glockdorf caught is just like the least of them. It's like, this would be incredibly hard people to actually battle and do that. Oh, Logan Nine Fingers, when they were kind of sharing, like, you know, stories, he did actually confess that he's, I don't know if it's a berserker or what he is, but he's basically someone's like, yeah, I can snap and just murder you if I get pissed off enough. If I access that part of myself, I'll just snap and kill myself. And they're like, oh, really? And the only one who kind of defends him is Pharaoh, who's just like, he's a murderer, but you like it when he's a murderer on your side, so don't get all picky about it now. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, he apparently killed his best friend when he was young. That was the first time. And he stabbed his father, and, you know, just, you know, I don't know if it's slightly mellowed with age, that it's now actually seems to be happening at the times. Well, sometimes it happens at the times when he needs it. Sometimes when he really needs it, it's not there, and he just can't control it. So there is that. It's an interesting little talent that Logan Nine Fingers, the Bloody Nine, has when he is the Bloody Nine versus Logan Nine Fingers. Yeah. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.